Run, river, run, run through the hills. Run, river, run to the sea. Run, river, run to your place beneath the sun. Run, river, run.
Welcome to be my guest. This is Jan Lewis. Today we have Kate Graham Hyde, and I said it correctly. Welcome, Kate.
Hi.
Kate is an expressionist artist, and when I saw her work, I said, we've got to get her on the show. You are going to be exhibiting at the Hopkinton Arts Center?
No.
No, where are you going to be?
I'm going to be in my home studio.
Oh, okay. Where is that?
It's an open studio tour. So my home studio is actually in Hopkinton at 6 Longwood Drive.
And that's going to be April 28th, 10 to 4, 6 Longwood Drive in Hopkinton. I bet this is going to be fun. People can just come on in and look at all your art that you've done?
They can, and there's going to be, there's 9 other artisans on the tour.
Oh, they're going to join you in your home?
No, they're each in their own home tours, home studios,
okay.
all around Lake Whitehall. So it's a big loop that you make all the way around.
This is a great idea. You know, you've heard of those yard sales in towns that go from house to house? I've never heard of an artist one.
Well, there you go.
Oh, this is a really great idea. Don't give me new ideas here. We could have them for authors. Well, Kate, first of all, you're in Hopkinton. Are you originally from this area?
No, I'm actually originally from outside of Pittsburgh.
What brought you here?
My husband's job. He worked for a small startup called Lycos, and brought us up here.
Yeah, what do you think of it up here?
Oh, I love it up here.
You do?
Yes.
How about our winters?
That doesn't bother me.
That doesn't bother you?
No.
Well, we're getting into, hopefully, spring right now, so we're going to show you some of Kate's beautiful art. Pick something. Let's hold it up. Just get rocking and rolling here.
Okay. Here
This,
we go.
oh, gosh. Look at that, Paul. You zero in on that. That is absolutely beautiful. Do you use abstracts or oils? I mean, what do you call it? Acrylic or oil?
These are oils.
Oh.
Yeah.
That, I think, does that take more patience and skill, I hate to say it, than acrylic?
I think it depends. I mean, I went to school for it, so I learned how to do it properly. If you're just fooling around with it, it would probably take a little longer to learn than acrylics. But I find them more enjoyable than acrylics because they take longer to dry. So I'm not constantly having to apply more paint. I can go back in and pull the colors back out.
Is this something that you bring to mind, like the forest? What is this one?
Yes. So most of my work is about nature. I live right next to Lake Whitehall, so I am in the woods constantly walking, and woods are just a very spiritual place for me. The trees it almost seems like a sanctuary to me. I love nature. It takes me back to the simple things in life and teaches me not to worry about silly things.
Show us the next one down there. Show us. I love especially the blues. That really got my. Look at that. Now, where is that near Lake Whitehall also?
Yes, actually, this one is too. This one is right off of, I think Morse Lane is the name of it. It goes right into Whitehall State Park there. There's a private driveway that goes back. So that's where that is.
That is. How long does it take you? Do you sit there and do it right there, or do you do it by memory?
I actually work from photographs that I take.
You do?
Yeah. And it depends on the piece, but I do it layer by layer. And then you let the layer dry and you go back into it.
And you started as a child?
Not with oils, but yes, I started drawing as a child.
Yeah. As soon as when my mother said, as soon as I could pick up a pencil, I was drawing. Did you do that too?
Yes.
What is it with us?
It's just a fabulous.
Where is Lake Whitehall in Hopkinton? I mean, I saw.
It's right on 135 going towards Westboro. There's a parking lot there. It's a huge lake. It's bigger than Lake Maspinock, bigger than
Okay, when I
State Park.
go to Westboro, I go, if you're out of town, out of state, don't worry what we're talking about, but we take that Westboro Road, and you could keep going into Westboro or take Bear right at those doggy places.
At the Upton State Park. You
135,
know where that is?
yeah.
Yeah, so if you take it to Upton State Park and go right down that road.
Southboro Road, is it called? Upton. I know where the Upton State Forest is.
It's called Spring Street in Hopkinton.
Okay. And it just takes you right through.
It takes you right past the lake.
Is that where that's the beach too, right?
There's no beach.
Where's the beach in Hopkinton?
The beach is in Hopkinton State Park.
Boy, am I getting mixed up. Okay. I'm going to have to find this. Well, if I come to your exhibit, how many people in the art exhibit now in Hopkinton?
There are 10 different artists.
At 10 different homes. I think that's pretty gracious to open up your home to people you don't even know who are going to come through and enjoy your artwork.
Yes.
Is it going to start at your house and go to different places?
It's self-guided. You can follow the route. You can pick and choose which ones you want to go see. We have all kinds of art and plus craft. There's a wood turner, someone that does glass jewelry. She uses a torch to make the beads.
Yeah.
There's a basket weaver.
Yeah.
We've got a pastel artist, several different painters. It's an incredible amount of work.
How did you all meet each other?
I have been involved. I've lived in Hopkinton for almost 20 years. And I knew a lot of the artists already, and I came up with this idea when I moved my studio home from Framingham.
Yeah, when they closed Fountain Street?
Yes.
I loved that place.
So I didn't have open studios anymore, so I tried to figure out how I could get people into my space to see my work. And I know they had done this in other towns. They do one in Natick.
They do?
It's much, much bigger, but yes.
Home to home.
Some of them home to home, yeah.
How do people know if we start off at your house?
Yes.
How will they know? Is there a map to know where to go?
There's a map and a brochure. You can find them around town, or you can go to the website and download it.
What's the website?
It's www.whitehallartisans.com.
And this will tell you like a little schedule of where the different houses are located. And it's 10 to 4.
10 to 4.
On Saturday, April 28th. Rain or shine.
Yes.
And it's inside, so you don't have to worry about,
That's right.
the paint running or anything like that. Did you have, there was another one
There's
here.
one more, yeah.
Let's see this one. Of course, you're going to have a lot more she brought a flash drive, and you're going to see a lot more here on the show. Now, looks like a tree that fell in the woods. Am I wrong or right?
It's actually light coming through the trees.
Wow. I wouldn't guess it, but I love that yellow with the blue. Your paintings are happy.
Yes.
They radiate a lot of happiness. I think that's why you just feel like, oh wow, this is fun.
It is. It is a lot of fun. It's how it takes my mind off of everything else.
Yeah.
And I'm just painting, and I don't have to worry about anything else.
How long does it take you think, to do one?
Probably between waiting, I'd say each one takes a couple weeks.
That's a good...
You have to do layers and let them dry and then go back to them, so they each take...
And you have your own studio right in your home.
I do have my own studio.
So during the exhibit, the walk-in that people can do, the walkabout, will they be in your studio, or will you have things around your living room and your dining room?
Every artist chooses how much of their home they would like to share. Mine has my studio, which is actually my front living room that I took over.
Yeah.
And then I will have some work in my front dining room as well. So that whole front of the house will be open.
Kate, would people be able to purchase one of your art?
Oh, definitely. Everything's for sale.
How can people reach you, Kate?
You can go to my website, kategrahamhyde.com. You can email me at kate.hyde@gmail.com. You can call me. It's all out there.
We're talking with Kate Graham Hyde, and she is an expressionalist. Do they say expressionalist or expressionist artist?
Abstract expressionist.
Abstract expressionist, because I've always wondered if it was one whole word, expressionalist, but it isn't. It's abstract expressionist.
Right.
Expression. There's another one too in art. It's very similar. Not expressionism, but
Impressionism?
yes. What's the difference?
It's actually a later movement. Impressionism was a very specific movement of when they started to paint what they called an impression of a scene instead of a very realistic scene, and they started using small strokes and much brighter colors. And then Expressionism is a later movement that encompasses a lot more kinds of painting, but it's basically someone expressing something through an abstract kind of way of expressing what they see.
I think that's my favorite, abstract expressionism. Some people, I know a lot of artists we've had, they are great at reality. I mean, they'll have the vein on every leaf, everything. That drives me nuts. To do it myself, I'd be crazy.
Right. I I started out that way, but it's just
didn't
not fun
jive with
for
you.
me. No, I needed to be looser and be
have fun.
freer and
Fun with it.
choose what colors I wanted.
Did you
and
go to college and study art?
I did. I went to Penn State University
Oh.
and got a bachelor's degree in concentration in painting and drawing.
So you stayed for the 4 years.
I did, yep.
I know when I went to Plymouth State University up in New Hampshire, I got there and I started off in elementary ed because so many of the other girls were doing it. But my roommate was from New York and she was doing art. I thought, well, that looks like a heck of a lot more fun than what I'm doing. So without even talking to my mother and father, changed my major, went to art. But the first teacher I had was awful. She asked me, is there something wrong with your eyes? I've told this story numerous times. She had a big plant up there, and she said, draw this. I'm looking at the other kids, and they're getting all the veins and this. And I thought, well, that doesn't matter. So I was getting the big picture, and she came over, and she said, is there something wrong with your eyes? You don't say that to her. Never.
No.
Never. What I would have done is said, well, that's an interesting take on it. Let's try this.
Right.
There you go. I never went back. No, I just sensed that this woman doesn't get it. Even at that young age, I said, something's wrong here. So I
Yeah.
changed to art history.
There you go.
Well, it was easier. You could just,
For you.
Yeah. Well, you saw all the pictures, all the Van Gogh, all the different artists. Like, I remember that, and I could take the test real well. But she just discouraged me. I think she was the only art teacher at the school at that point. So I'm thinking, that's not good. Now, you said your daughter is good at photography. She loves that.
Yes, she does. She's a sophomore at Hopkinton, and
Yeah.
she's taken two photography classes already, and
Yeah.
she's planning on taking photography 3. So
Kate, do you teach at all? You have workshops?
I don't.
No? I bet you'd be
No.
great at that.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. That'd be fun.
I feel so busy all the time already. And I have a part-time job. I work at a fine art and craft gallery in Concord, Mass. Actually,
It's a gallery.
Mm-hmm.
Do they, we're always looking around for galleries. My husband is a nature photographer. Are they into photographers' works too, or?
I actually show my nature photography there.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have some photography.
His is totally different than yours. Yours is the fun abstract. His is very, it's almost, remember Ansel Adams? That type of thing. So there's no competition. It's just so different. He was in the Westboro Gallery.
Oh, I was too.
You were? When were you there?
Gosh, a long time ago. I was only in it for maybe 2 years. A long time
In the
ago.
2000s?
I think before that.
I
it
was for a
before
little
that?
while. I got discouraged, but they finally had to cave
Yes.
down because
Yes.
they couldn't sustain themselves. But he was in a show there. He had his own. Did you have your own show there?
When I was there, I'm trying to remember if I did or not. I don't remember.
It was in a lousy location because for some reason in that area you're not allowed to put up signs to advertise what you're doing.
Right.
And so when my husband had his, I'm like, we're not going to be bypassed. I got balloons. And then I did something else, and I had them up like this so that people along that sidewalk couldn't miss it. And at least we got people in.
Yeah.
But I thought that was so peculiar.
It was a strange little gallery, but
Yeah.
I thought what they were doing there was good.
I loved it, and he did. He misses
And
it.
the people there were really great. I liked all the other artists.
Yeah,
that were
where,
there.
where you go now, is it something like that?
You mean the group that
The
does
group,
this?
is it like all kinds of artwork?
Yeah, all kinds of art. yeah.
Everybody's so welcome. And you've got your own exhibit there too, right? Where you are now.
At my house.
Yeah,
Yes.
but where you worked, are you exhibiting some of your artwork?
Oh,
there?
yeah, I have some photography there.
You do?
Yeah.
So you do photography? Oh, that's right, you do your artwork from your photography.
Right.
So you're talented in both of the areas.
Actually, I think they're very complementary.
Yeah.
With photography, you learn to, create an actual scene with your photo,
Yeah.
and it just translates really well into painting.
I love that idea. Anywhere you go, if you're at beach or somewhere driving along the road, snap it. And if you're into painting, come on home and give it a shot. And it doesn't have to be perfect, right?
No, definitely not. I think play is the most important part of creating.
She just said the magic word play.
Yeah.
I mean, it resonates with me so much. Some of us are lucky we don't lose that growing up. Were your parents playful, or one or both of them in any way?
A little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was more. There was a lot of play around drawing and that kind of thing. I was always encouraged to do that. So
Yeah. Have you seen those you must have seen those adult coloring books that are out now?
Mm-hmm.
My husband says, why don't you draw anyway, you do your own abstract designs. Why are you doing, because I love it. It's just
too.
so relaxing.
It is.
You do it too?
I do it too. Yep. I've always colored.
Oh, me too. What do you like the best, the markers, the colored pencils?
I like colored pencils.
I'm taking a class with Bonnie Frederico over in, do you know her in Grafton?
I don't.
She was on here. She does beautiful colored pencil artwork. And I thought, boy, I'd like to know how to shade better.
Yeah, Prismacolor pencils are the way to go for
That's
that.
what she had me get up
Yep.
at, what's the store in Westboro? Oh.
Art Emporium.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I had a list, and I had to go up there and get what she needed. But when I got to her class, she's wonderful. But I didn't realize what I was in for, because you've got to have a lot of patience to do it, how many different degrees. I'm like, wow. So I've got, I think, 2 more to go. We got all the snowstorms, we couldn't all get there. But she does it in her home. So that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is. I like to use colored
Kate,
pencil.
how can people get a hold of you?
They can go online, www.kategrahamhyde, which is spelled HEYD.com.
Mm-hmm.
They can email me at kate.hyde@gmail.com.
Do you have any books? I mean, it may sound odd, but a book coming out about your work, showing it?
I don't.
That would be awesome. A lot of artists will have their exhibit, and they'll also have a book you can actually go through. Just seeing their pictures. What's at the Hopkinton Center for Arts? Right. They have once in a while they'll have an exhibit there of people.
Yes.
How do I say this? The last one we went to, I gravitated toward, I don't know if it was the children or senior citizens art that was all colorful, down a hall, a separate hall from the main gallery. Very nice work in the main gallery, but I went where the color was.
Ah, okay.
See, and I love your color, but
Thank you.
I think people are attracted to different things.
Very much so.
Have you been over there? Have you been?
I have. I actually had a show and talk there last fall.
Oh, okay.
So in the upstairs gallery, they have a downstairs gallery and they have a little upstairs
There's an
gallery.
upstairs one?
Yes, just a little one.
Okay, so the gallery I know, you can go, it's an old house. You go in, right, and then you're all around the floor, all these little different rooms in the back.
So when's the last time you were there?
Oh, wow, maybe a year ago?
So you didn't go to the main
The
building?
big building, yeah.
So it's a big white, it's not the house up front, it's in the back.
Oh, we were in the house up front, the old
No.
residence.
It's all moved to the front, to the back.
To the
building
big barn now?
Yes, it's incredible.
Oh,
The gallery's a really beautiful space. It's long, and then the upstairs gallery is a big room that they use sometimes for classes, sometimes for committee meetings or performances. They have a theater there now. It's huge.
That's what I thought it was, that barn. I thought it was only for performances.
No.
So what are they doing with the house out front now?
That's actually I think the bottom floor is a ceramics studio. They're teaching ceramics there now.
Oh, it's been a while then.
Yeah.
But
you should
it doesn't
go check
feel
it
like
out.
a while. It was about a year ago?
It's probably been longer than since you've been there.
We are talking with Kate Graham Hyde, and she is an abstract expressionist artist. And you're going to see some other artwork that she did. It's going to be on the flash drive that she brought with us. What are you working on right now?
Right now I'm working on a painting similar to these of the woods with a beautiful reflection, and it's actually also from the Lake Whitehall area.
It's all that area. Is that obviously your favorite place to be?
Well, it's my closest place
That's your
to
closest.
be.
Do you ever travel to New Hampshire or anything like that?
Oh, definitely. I go to Maine a lot. I have a sister that lives up there.
What town?
She lives in Kennebunk.
That's not near Portland, is it?
It's south of Portland.
Because I was born in Portland. South Portland, yeah.
But I love, actually my favorite is Camden.
Camden.
Mid-coast Maine. It's
And you get a lot of good pictures up there.
beautiful pictures.
Is it as nice as I hear? It's absolutely beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very inspirational, right?
It is.
So when you take your picture and you look at it and you're sitting in front of your canvas, do you just do it as you feel it?
It depends. I actually use an app on my phone that I change the colors and do different filters until I get it the way that I'd like it to look.
Yeah.
And then I print it out and I use that. And then at some point usually about halfway through the painting, I get rid of the picture and I take it from where it is,
Yeah.
and just sort of let it go and figure it out that way.
And so you kind of came to this, even though you went to college and you graduated with the art degree, you came to this more on your own, how you were comfortable with it, right?
Yeah, definitely. I think that in college you are taught a very specific way of doing art and what art should be, and you kind of have to get through that. I mean, I learned a lot of my technique and how to do things through school, so I think that was very helpful. But but I think the main point is that you take what you can from school and then bring to it whatever it is that you really want to do.
Take what you like and leave the rest.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Now, again, April 28th, which is Saturday, 10 to 4, they're going to be doing house-to-house artists up in Hopkinton. Well, we'll say starting with 6 Longwood Drive, right? And this is Kate, her home. And do you have to knock or you just walk right in?
Either one. I'll be in there.
Just come right in.
Yep.
Everybody's welcome.
Yes.
That's going to be a long day for you. It's like a yard sale.
It's a long day, but when I was at Fountain Street, it was usually a whole weekend.
Oh, I remember Fountain Street.
So this is a lot easier.
Which floor were you on?
I was on the 3rd floor.
Oh, I remember going up all those. That was a fire trap. My husband wondered about that. I wasn't even seeing it, but he did.
Yeah.
He said, this place is going to go up.
Yeah.
So and it didn't pass muster, right?
No, it didn't.
How did it get away with it for so long? It was a wonderful place to go.
You know what? I don't really know.
How did they get by? And if you haven't been to the one in Holliston, which is similar,
right?
That's a lot of fun now too.
Yes,
I mean, hopefully that will pass muster on fire ability.
I'm sure it will.
Yeah, but that's along the same idea as.
It is. Yeah.
What is Fountain Street now? Are they going to tear it down?
No, they're turning it into luxury condos.
Luxury condos? Whatever happened to affordable stuff? Well, what's it in? Framingham.
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to be up there. Have you watched the real estate market? Have you watched what's happening? Your house could go for a lot more right now than it probably is worth on the regular market because of this. Okay, so they get that. You get the price, right? But the problem is you're now priced out of the town you want to be in because you still can't make it up to the next price.
Right.
It is crazy.
It is.
A lot of families have to maybe move out of the area or find a medium condo, that's maybe a little bit more better priced. This is crazy. We have a house in our neighborhood that just went for quite a bit. I would say $50 over maybe what it would have gone for normally, but it went for it. $50,000. $50,000. There you go. Paul's over here going, yeah, right, Jan. $50,000 more. A couple years ago, that never would have happened. Absolutely not. No. And people now aren't being able to dig it down. They're not bargaining down. They're like in competition to even sometimes go up just to get the house. Mm-hmm. You're seeing this too?
Yes.
We recently had Eddie Kern on, wonderful real estate guy, and this guy's got it nailed. Right now, the market, it's great if you're a seller. There isn't that much buying out there, so the buyers are in competition. It's the seller's market. Come on back when it's the buyer's market. I think Kate, one more time, how can people reach you?
They can reach me from my website at www.kategrahamhyde, that's EY.com, where you can also find my phone number and my email address.
It's Kate, and then it's Graham, Graham, that's her full, Heyd. And when she came in, I thought it was Haid, but it's Hyde, and it's German.
Yes.
Very pretty. Sounds like they anglicized it more, like in my family, they brought it down.
Yeah, I think so.
Hold up your picture one more time so people can remember. Just an inkling of your artwork. This is beautiful. I love her colors, blues and yellows, and there's others too. There's the earth tones in her other artwork. This is what got me. When I saw it went online, I said, oh my God, blues and yellows. She loves the forest. She goes out, you take a picture of it, she goes home, and she comes up with these. And I think that's... what a fun way to go.
It is.
Thank you so much, Kate, for being with us.
Thank
and I'm going to try to get there. I know
Okay.
on Saturdays we usually have an obligation till about 2:45, but we're not going to be that far from you.
That's right.
So if only I get to your house, that's okay.
Yep.
Thanks again for being with us.
Thank
We'll
you
see you
so
next
much.
time and be my
Thank
guest.
you.